Hello friends and welcome back for episode 23 of our Rogue Legacy Let's Play. You'll notice I'm standing in a slightly different place from where I usually tend to stand, which is more on top of this little corkscrew thing. That was because I wanted to remind myself to make sure that I spent this 4,307 gold that I had accrued before I was so rudely interrupted by a spider dangling in front of me. No, it didn't get me or anything. I just, needed to take a second there and take care of that situation. So, what am I going to spend nearly 4,500 gold on? Well, options tend to run in my mind toward the attack up variety as well as the health up variety, both of which are kind of critical at this point in the game. As well, our armor up is also not a bad choice. I'm going to keep putting points into attack up because I just really think having more strength is really a great way to knock down enemies a lot faster. So I've got a little bit left, which I'm also going to put into mana up, which will leave us at a lovely 62 gold. Yes, I realize there's some more equipment here that I probably could have spent that on, but most of the time the equipment I've been finding lately has not been the most useful. This one might be a little bit different. Sky limbs, plus to damage, plus to magic. Not so bad, to be honest with you. Maybe I can grab that next time. And I have one more cape. And I understand I probably should have read this before I went in. Retribution cape. Not bad either. Lost armor, but plus 50% damage return is not all that bad. And then over here on the rune front, what do we have? Well, I've got another Grace rune to worry about. Well, not so much worry about, but make sure I try and get. And okay, just the one, honestly. So let's head into the castle. We are level 124. This is New Game Plus. This is the second episode of us running the castle at this point. So what are my expectations in goals here? Well, one of my goals is to get the golds, as you probably are well aware. Things are drastically harder now, and I have definitely been given a few tips about how to handle that situation. But I feel like I have the right idea to begin with. It's really just to get as much damage as I can, so I just don't have to worry about taking so many shots. When I get near some of the enemies, I'm gonna just smack them until they die. That's just sort of my way. I've got the Paladin shield, that's useful as well, but as you may know, I'm not the best at, dealing with the fact that I play a character that has that ability, so I have to play to my strengths, and my strengths are try not to do anything too complicated, And keep things simple, and we will most likely be happy about that problem. Okay, so we've got a boss room already at a very, very fast 3,700 gold. That came pretty much instantly. I feel like it would be nothing but bad news if I try to fight the boss, but at the same time, part of me wonders, what if I could succeed already? Man, my mouth betrays me today. I'm going to try it just for the hell of it to see what happens. I want to see how much more HP this dude has anyway. And I have nearly full health, so the conditions are ripe for a possible victory. Who knows? So far, so good. I guess he's just going to kind of stand there and let me beat on him. Oh, got a crit. Oh, we got spikes down there. I actually may end up winning. Kind of unexpected. I guess the eyeball dude is really not all that bad. Okay, so we want to keep going up and over. Well, I took another shot there. Yeah, oh well. Eyeball man, you are real bad at life. That may have been a poor decision, but I did already beat the first boss. And we've got our sweet Rogue Legacy theme song playing. This is three-ish minutes into this episode. We've already beaten a boss when I was not even anticipating that I was planning on fighting a boss today. MP increase plus 5, armor increase plus 2, HP increase plus 5. Good for me. Alright, 1 down, 3 to go. So, yeah. Happy times, I suppose. I don't have to worry about that scumbag anymore, so I guess I might as well see about possibly damaging some of the enemies in the rest of this castle here, and maybe I can just crazy, super power my way through this one. I don't know, get a huge ton of gold and we'll have a party. I don't know, it could be. Not standing on spikes is a very important strategy, as well as not jumping directly into enemies. Strategies you'd think I would have downed by now, seeing as I have died over 100 times in this game, yet I still can't seem to handle that basic stuff. Alright, dude, come on. Get on my level, bro. I mean, you did get on my level. That was the problem. I wish you would not get on my level. I wish you would get on your own level and just, you know, jump off a cliff or something. Something that would help me out like that. Alright, so we're going to move on to the right in the hopes of fame and fortune. What do we have over here? We've got a little ice dude. Frostin, who I will jump into. I could really use a chicken leg at this point. I could find myself in a world of trouble very, very soon here if I don't be very careful about how I play these next few moves. Okay, well, I got enough health back to just not die on that hit that I instantly took. I am now one hit from death, and I'm creating a problem for myself here because I've just, yeah, okay, I had a feeling I wouldn't knock him back and he would go on to impale me with the cornered edge of his picture frame or whatever. Third row of equipment usually has major trade-offs. Be careful. Okay, the third row you gotta be careful about. Now we know. So I've been told a lot of times I should play Lich more often, but I'm very attracted to the idea of this small dwarf character who is going to be able to get us through small spots into possibly finding some new equipment. There's also a spell sword, and I am told many times here how I should play the spell sword a little bit more carefully. And the main point of that class is that you want to use your spell, basically spam it as your constant normal, but then also be aware that hitting stuff with melee is what's going to get you a little bit more in terms of MP, so you got to run a balance between the two, I suppose. So I just said how I wanted to possibly get the rune, or the, not the rune, the, what was it, the legs in here for the damage up and magic up. It's really just an all-over increase. There's nothing really to lose. Oh, okay, we lose a little bit of gold, fine. I say worth it. I'm going to actually put those on. Seems like an objective positive for me. A little bit less gold I can tolerate at this point. And any of the runes I might want to consider. Well, I could get another Grace rune if I really felt it was necessary. I'm not sure I do feel that it's necessary. And I still have 3,400 gold, which I'm going to try and put into, well, one more damage point. Get up to 20 damage. I feel like I should have a decent shot with that much damage. And that's 487, which is not enough to do anything else. I think I might be good for damage at this point. Maybe I'll just let it ride on this level here and see how it goes going forward. Alright, we shall see. It's all a big old experiment. So I was getting, what, 22 gold per drop? And now I'm getting 21. Alright, so I lost one effective piece of gold per find. You know, so every 10 I'm going to lose, like, one of the old version of it. Wow, did you see that dodge? I'm going to just, like, not get hit here. How about that? No? Okay, I will. Fine. Curse helm, curse rune for helm. Fine. Sounds good to me. It's a type of rune. I don't mind. Really, any rune is a good rune at this point, so I'm just trying to collect them all. Alright, so remember, spell sword means constantly using my Y button. Spamming daggers, long range attack, not so bad. You know, there are worse things out there. And then we're going to also remember that there are times when I want to hit stuff and get my MP back. One of those times, probably pretty soon. After we get to the top of this, whenever that might be. Is that picture going to come alive and be a pain in my butt? No. And a little bit more bonus gold for us up here. Probably could have made it all the way down, huh? We do have to remember to keep a lookout for any and all secret areas, because that is my main goal here as being character with dwarfism, is to make sure that I catch all of those, you know, flashing treasure chests and such. Just don't want to waste having this attribute. Oh man, terrible, terrible dagger throws here. Is it giving me, like, extra daggers? Extra MP bonuses? It seems like it's dropping them more often than not now. Probably just a fluke. And no treasure chests in this room. I just like to do a quick cursory glance over everything just in case there's something sparkling. You know how much it boils your blood and grinds your gears and, I don't know, whatever other silly euphemisms there are for that type of a thing. How do I get through this? I guess I just jump. Okay. Not really all that hard. And one more jump. And one more jump. Chicken leg is always welcome. Oh, I really, really gotta get used to throwing these. you know, getting to the right altitude and then letting it go. Bombs away. Alright, so, 49-44 is already pretty freaking good for gold. Having not really done a whole lot in this run, and breaking 5,000 is pretty wild. I have to get used to this new scaling system that things seem to be following on. New Game Plus is a totally different realm. What's going on up here? Is there some kind of little bonus area for me to find, or maybe it's just one of those, yeah, it's one of those stupid little, like, vent shaft situations. It doesn't really help you out at all. I knew that guy was going to throw that, yet still couldn't seem to avoid it. Alright, we're all good. And a bunch more gold. Oh man, this is a nice chest. All sixes. Quad 6. So yeah, I'm past that one room back on the left. I could go back for it in a moment. I want to keep going this way for now. I guess our next destination is ready to go to the forest. And I will use that chicken leg. I definitely need the HP. And, oh, new blueprint. I've got dragon bracers. I don't even know what level those are at. Bro. So, dragon bracers, I would guess would be... Oh, there's something over here, isn't there? And that's when I promptly die. Okay. I guess we will find out very shortly where the dragon bracers lie. I was just going to start postulating ideas of where they could be. Okay, we've got a Hokage with peripheral arterial disease, which is great for me. So somebody who does way extra more damage and also doesn't get hit by spikes or doesn't get bothered by spikes. Let's head over here. I just want to see what these bracers are about. Okay, so they're on the same level as this one. Honestly, not too worried about it one way or the other. Neither of these really seem all that useful. And what do we have here? Big bonus to armor. And I think I can actually do it right now. But at the expense of crit chance. And then there's the damage return one, which is going to be minus to armor. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is right now. And then we had just found another new rune, which is going to be this one right here. The curse rune for helm. Have we completed any sets yet? We are very close to completing the first 3, actually. We're 1 away from all of them. And then we don't have to worry about runes ever again. And then we will just worry about finding more equipment and maxing out as much here as we can. It's obviously going to take, like, the rest of my life to get 75 points in this, that, the other thing. Like, all of these with 75. It's going to be a long road. I don't really see a huge advantage to haggle. I mean, yeah, you keep more money, but at the same time, like, it's not going to really help me in the long run all that much, I don't think. If I ever run into a situation where I need to keep the money really badly, I guess I can put the stuff in then. I could put some points into Death Defy. Again, counting on it is silly. Like, at all the way upgraded, it's not going to be very high to begin with, so... I don't know. It's not really worth it to me. I guess when we still are starting out and we want to try and put a bunch more money into something useful, I would think stick with the health, the damage, and the armor. My armor's still relatively low, to be honest. And maybe that's something I should start investing some more points into. So I'll say I'll put 1 here, and then I'll put the remaining 2 into armor, which puts us at 12 with 661 remaining. None of those should be spendable anywhere else useful. Okay, so we will just head back in for another run. Very much hoping that I can find a new sword soon. I feel like I've had the same one for ages. Okay, well, I think the armor may have actually paid off, because I just noticed that was, what, 28 damage? Which feels very low to me, actually. That feels like much, much lower than it was a few moments ago. And one-shotting stuff here in New Game Plus Castle is a real good thing for me. I mean, I know that I was kind of doing that mostly before, too, because of the Grace Rune that I had put on. But it's always nice to just, you know, be able to just rail right through all of these dudes and not have any problems. Defeat all enemies. Alright, well, that means they're going to be behind a wall, and that means that I have no way of getting to them. So, forget it. It seems so rare that I have the right spell to deal with those problems. Is this going to be equipment? I certainly hope so. It is! Ah, a new sword? I was just talking about that. My ears are burning. Is that how you do that? I don't think it is. Alright, so Hokage, you don't have as much life as I would hope. I mean, can't really do much about that, but That's your one downfall. Your tragic Achilles heel. You didn't have nearly enough life. And we're already out of position now where I'm starting to get worried about being one shot away from death. I had PAD with this dude, right? Yeah. Alright. Just sort of tap him on the head. Okay, he doesn't turn around fast enough. And we got a chicken leg. Very nice. Kinda wish I had some vampirism in a moment like this. These dudes don't really scare me too much, but also, this room is really not all that necessary to fight through. There we go. Alright, well, might as well pick up all this gold. Since you're gonna drop it on the floor, I guess I might as well pick it up. A whole bunch of eyeballs. All behind a wall, which, not all that helpful to me. I don't... Oh, missiles incoming. It seems like pretty much every run I need some kind of a something that can go through walls. And I just never ever have it. Between the eyeballs, the prizes they put back there, it's like you spend more time locking stuff off. Oh, dragon helm. Alright, I guess I'm making the dragon set all of a sudden. I feel like I should have a new dragon helm. I think that makes perfect sense for me. Still not going to play the class very often. Although I do acknowledge that I was the one playing it wrong last time. Just in the fact that I was not really sure how to deal with the magic flippage, or whatever it was that was going on. I think I had some sort of status effect that I was just totally woefully unaware of. Okay, this could be a real problem for me if these guys get going. Yeah, alright, well, that is exactly what they did. I had a shot at killing them. I thought I might as well go ahead with it, but... yeah, discretion's a better part of valor, I suppose, sometimes, and I don't really know when to discretion and when I should get the valor. So what do I have this time? I had a pitiful run here, 1,800 gold. Not much really here to do. I guess I could put some more into crit damage up, now that I am running with a crit damage up on my cape. I will use most of my gold, so I will do that, actually. Alright, so apparently I am nearsighted for this run. A nearsighted assassin who can turn into a cloud. Let's go. You know, New Game Plus is real hard, but at the same time, I feel like it's not going to take me much longer before I'm pretty much starting to acclimate. And maybe I'll take that Grace Rune back off, because I really do hate giving myself a handicap. It just seems like such a wimpy thing to do, you know? I can be better than that. Although, my play today would not suggest so much. Alright, there we go. There's some really decent dodging at moments, but it just seems like it's not something I can count on. Maybe with more time and experience, you know? I only have, 14 hours into the game now. Which, in the scheme of things, you know, a lot of games I've played, I've put many, many, many more hours than that. I'm still sort of a noob. We're operating on Meat Boy time. I don't even know where we'd be, like, I don't know, 1/50th? No, that's not right. That's too many hours. 1/30th of my total time in that, maybe? I don't even know. I don't know what my total time is anyway. Having played it on both PC and Xbox, I haven't really stacked the two together. And then add in all the time for the editor and all the testing. I guess it's sort of like working on your dexterity when you're testing levels. Especially since I tend to make really, really obnoxiously hard levels, so it kind of works out. I'm having a real resurgence of interest in playing Meat Boy. I feel like I had to give it, you know, like a year off. And now all of a sudden I've been re-energized, and I really want to come back and re-contribute to the Meat Boy community that has unfortunately completely died off. I don't know how many of you guys and gals watching out there are into Meat Boy, but it is a game that is very, very dear to me. So we're going to hop down here. Simple diamond in a chest. Don't you wish you would just find a box out in the wild just with a solid diamond just sitting in it? I'm sure there would be some whole backstory to it. You can never just, like, have the diamond. It would be an interesting game show if they were to make something like this where, like, picture you go through sort of like Legends of the Hidden Temple, but for, like, you know, rogue games where you just sort of, oh jeez, ran right into that stupid painting, where you know, everything is sort of changed around every time, and you just RPG your way through stuff as like a live action game, and find like actual real prizes, like pieces of gold, and like then see what the players do with them, like where you gonna hold all this stuff. Maybe you have a little pack, but it's not quite enough. You know, I could see all these different ways that you could force resource management into a game show that would be probably extremely entertaining for gamers to watch. But it seems like the people who watch things on TV are not the same people who are making the things for TV. Oddly enough. Defeat all enemies. Let me guess. They are behind a wall again. Well, this time I do actually have a scythe, which may or may not benefit me. Okay, maybe I can hit both of them here. I don't know how I'm going to do this, actually. Okay, that is how you do that. Did I... Sweet. Retaliation rune for cape. So I should be able to make a whole retaliation set at some point. Wow, I didn't realize that dude could fire right through that platform for some reason. Fairly obvious considering how many other times I've fought them, but... You know, my mind comes in fits and starts, apparently. Would you watch something like that? If there was a game show that was, like, catered to gamers, but not, like, in a cornball way. Because that's the thing, that whenever something comes to be about games, it's always like, we gotta talk about nerd culture in a self-referential and goofy way, and then everybody, by the time we actually get around to watching it, it just comes across really heavy-handed and just, like, cringe-worthy most of the time, at least everything I've seen. There's been very rarely any kind of a proper representation of what I feel to be the kind of culture that I'm around on a daily basis. Although I guess the stuff I'm around on a daily basis you can't really talk about most of the time on TV because it's, you know, full of swearing and nastiness. But in so many ways, maybe our culture is ready for that kind of thing. I don't know. I guess that's why we have the NLSS. TV shows for nerds, right? I mean, that's... I don't know. Are we nerds? We could be. I don't really consider myself a nerd, but I don't really shy away from the title either. I mean, the show, specifically what I was thinking of when I said that, I don't know why I've come here. This is like the last place I really want to be right now. But what I was thinking of is like the Big Bang Theory. That show just, it hurts me to watch, and I've had so many fights with people about it, because people love that show, and I just do not understand why. It seems to me like the main character... he's making fun of nerd culture more than actually being in on the joke, and then the people that defend the show seem like they're saying, no, like, you don't get it. He is actually really, like, involved in nerd culture, and you're the one that doesn't get it. I don't know. I mean, you go back and forth for ages about it, but I've just never come up with any useful way to have that discussion that doesn't really result in somebody yelling at the other person. I have no idea why that always happens, but for some reason that show is very polarizing, but I really don't like it a lot. Not that I like to be the guy that's here talking about super negative stuff. I absolutely don't want to be that guy, but occasionally, you know, things come up. I have preferences and such. So I got a Spelunk at... I think we should do that. Let's go for the gold. Go for the gusto. And I've got 7,600 gold. I think I'll just keep piling it into armor, right? I think that seems like a good call. 2 more into armor, and 1 more into mana up. There we go. Maybe someday I'll have a character that I can use for mana. Oh, I forgot the sword! Damage plus 19. I'm gonna have to get that next time. I'm gonna have to get that next time, and also a weight up, unless I can swap out some piece of equipment, which I don't think I can. Oh, and the helm, right? I forgot about the dragon helm, which is, what? Big ups to health and mana, and down to armor. Alright, not thrilled about that. I hope the last set is actually, like, beneficial across the board, which is why it's taking me so long to find it. Okay, retaliation rune on cape. You know, we had no runes for our cape for the longest time in the world, and now it seems like things are finally starting to come together. Let's go back in. Let's see how this Spelunket handles the gold situation. Alright, well, I guess I'll just take tons of chicken legs for some reason. Oh, this is going to start firing. Okay, we're getting 24 gold per pickup, which is pretty freaking good. I'm not going to lie. Up here, Ice Dude. Not super worried about him. So the miner's special, the Y thing, is the headlamp, right? So that's, from what I could figure out and what I would gather from just, like, deductive logic here, is just that this is where, the thing I would use to, like, light up the dark area. I mean, it seems sort of obvious, I suppose, but I don't know if I'm actually correct. I'm sort of guessing at the same time. I haven't actually really asked for spoilers in that respect, and I still am not necessarily, but I don't really mind at the same time anymore, because I think I've seen pretty much everything spoilery that there is to see about the game. And if you followed the series to this point, you know, I guess you probably have too. Although I'm sure there are people that are, like, playing along out of sequence or, like, watching intermittent episodes. Do people watch Let's Plays out of sequence? Sometimes I've done it. Kind of curious, though, if other people have done it. Most of the time it's been out of necessity because I, like, wasn't able to like know what the last episode was that I watched, so I just picked one by random or at random, and it turned out to be the wrong one. Specifically, I think the example would be like when I've watched something on my phone after watching it on my browser. You know, it's easy to lose track when that's the case. This guy is going to be a pain in my butt. Alright, you... Wow, I can't believe I ran into him. It was the dumbest thing in the world. Alright, it's Doom Trait. Sorry, Doom Trait. Gonna wake up. I have to remember that they don't get knocked back. That's a very important bit of information that I seem to neglect every single time they show up. Alright, this guy up on that little corner is not going to be a problem for me. I can just isolate them in a spot. Alright, I just want to test out his ability. Oh yeah, okay, so it does. It removes all of the darkness here, which is kind of cool, I guess. Killing these guys is kind of unnecessary, because I don't think killing them is going to get me anything. I can't really even hit them now. Yeah, they're super strong. 121. I mean, I'm slightly out-leveling them, but only because I've already been grinding a bit. Let's just see where this goes. I mean, do I have to even fight? I don't think I have to fight the bosses in order, right? I could just sort of go where I want. Okay, wow, I can't believe I dodged that. Sweet. Alright, took those down. Now I just gotta grab this money bag, and we should be home free-ish. This guy's gonna, what, charge at me or start shooting bolts of lightning or energy? No, he's fine. And we got some slimy wimies over here. Oh, right, that's using up my MP, isn't it? How does the headlamp regeneration work? Do I get it back for any reason in particular? I was thinking it would just be on indefinitely because, you know, having the ability to see a little bit more in an area you can already see in for a short amount of time just seems like kind of a waste of a special to me, but maybe it does something much better than that I'm not aware of. I have a feeling it does, actually, because that does not seem balanced at all. I'm gonna die in this room, it looks like. Yep, alright, Fireball's just gonna take me out. Lady Teresa II. Alright, so don't go in the hardest area in the game until I'm ready. That's kind of good advice that I'm just giving myself. So I've got an assassin with hypergonadism, and I've got basically nothing on this one. Alright, I'm gonna go with the one with no special abilities, although knocking someone back further is not necessarily bad. And I guess I'll pop, what, another... No, I was going to put it right into health, but that seems like it's going to leave me with a lot of extra gold. I'm not really seeing it very good. Okay, I could put it on attack, I suppose, and that's going to use mostly all of it up. Oh, right, I was going to put it on... I already forgot. The weight equip up, and then what is the requirement here for the armor was too high. 2,300, yep. Can do it. Let's go back in here, and there is literally nothing else that I can spend it on. Okay. What a shame. There might be some kind of piece of armor I can unlock. These are all going to be too expensive. I'll just buy something seemingly at random. Yeah, nope. Okay, that's a little too much. Thought I was going to buy that sword for a second. I can buy this ranger helm. That's going to be real sweet. And I should probably not argue about it, because who cares? Oh, that's a little bit closer. So, yeah, okay, I'll buy the ranger limbs. And what was I just using a second ago? This one? The gold bonus? Or was it the guardian limbs? Man, I should have looked at that beforehand. Could I piece it together from the... whatever, it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. Well, you guys are going to know. I'm not. I wasn't thinking about it before I clicked on that I was going to equip it, so... Oh well. So I'll do one more run here, and then we will call it a day on this one. Not been the most successful run, but also not the most unsuccessful run. I think we needed to do a little bit of farming anyway. Plus, we freaking beat a boss out of nowhere, right? So, I mean, that's not all that bad. Alright, I'm just going to walk on these spikes for a while and see how that goes. I'd rather not go back in that room ever again. I'm an assassin! I should try using my assassin's ability and see what that does for me. I'm pretty sure it's going to allow me to, like, walk through projectiles or something. Let's just test it. Yep, okay, that is what it does. But as soon as I attack, it goes back off, and it uses up a whole bunch of my MP, so... you know, useful, but gotta use it in moderation like all things. I like these dudes at the beginning, they're super easy. Sky Sword! Alright, so we've got a whole bunch of swords all of a sudden. I did say I wanted to get some more equipment, so I guess we have achieved our prime directive. It happens, sometimes completely by accident. There's only so many episodes we're going to be able to go where, you know, I don't really make much significant progress. It's going to mostly be, like, starting to force itself in, just out of sheer random chance, you know? I'm eventually going to wander into rooms where there's stuff that I needed, and it's just, you know, a matter of time, really. Alright, grab the chicken legs, skeletons everywhere. Not too worried about skeletons right now. Actually, I'm not too worried about the castle in general now, which is a very nice feeling, considering, like, exactly one episode ago I was just getting absolutely destroyed. But again, that's largely due to the fact that I put that Grace Rune on. Certainly been a big help knocking them down into the level 70s region, even though it did give me that little bit of a penalty to my gold find. So that is going to be my priority once I am equipped to a proper level. Whoa, this guy's going to... Oh, triple stab. Yeah, once I can do it, I need to get out of this damn room. Okay, thank you. Priority is going to be to take that Grace Rune off my whatever it was. Oh, another room that I need to not be in at all. Is there anything I can do about these guys? Well, I'd love to fight them, but I just really wanted to get enough gold to make a sword a possibility right now. And I'm pretty damn certain that if I try to fight them, I'm just going to die, so... You know, probably not the best idea then to just do something that you know is going to kill you. Especially when getting gold does not take all that long anymore. I'm pretty sure I'll find those guys again and I'll fight the crap out of them, and, you know, once I'm better equipped for it, I don't think it'll be so traumatizing. If I had a sword, like the thing that I'm trying to farm for right now, then maybe I wouldn't, you know, be afraid of them anymore. Defeat all enemies. Do I have the ability to hit all of them? I do, but at the same time, I don't have the MP to do it, so... Actually, I might not be able to get the dude at the top middle. Scumbag Broccoli Smile says he doesn't have MP and then immediately gets some MP. Sky Cape. And doesn't go back to fight them. Well, here's the thing, let's try and fight them, but at the same time, I'm pretty certain there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to hit these dudes in the middle, and plus I don't even have enough to kill those anyway. And if you don't kill them, it doesn't even count. So, oh well. Alright, Angry Fireball. Can't work your wiles on me. Alright, looks like things are doing okay for health again, at least for now. This guy is, what level? 88. Certainly something I need to be aware of. Probably gonna get myself into trouble in this room. 88 may be... Well, that's where I was with the other guys before I put the Grace Rune on. So it's probably about where I need to be in terms of fighting stuff, but at the same time... You know, I did put that Grace Rune there for a reason, so if I took that back off, I'd probably be in trouble. So, I mean, I'm doing enough damage, I think it's viable to be here. I could probably get away with it, but I probably need some more health, and armor and equipment and stuff is really definitely important right now. Really poor idea for me to come through this fireball chain right now, because these eyeball goop things are going to be right after me. Okay. Oh, you know what? I could have used my Y ability. Well, I don't know how long 13 is going to get me through, though, for MP. It may not have been enough at all. Those are going to kill me for certain. They have way too much HP for where they are in the game, I think. Although I guess you could say the same of most of those mini-boss type characters, and, you know, it's not really a problem, it's just something you have to adapt to. Angry Archer, and we're at 6k-ish. I think that Spike Ball's eventually gonna just peter itself out. Never understood that term, saying something's gonna peter out. Always reminds me of Family Guy when somebody says that. The Petermobile. Alright, so I gotta take no damage here, but I can do damage, I just can't take it. This is tough. I don't know how I'm gonna get in there. There's not really a lot of places to stand, as you could probably see pretty fairly obviously. Alright, if I could just kill these dudes one at a time, and then remove the interlacing pattern of fireballs... Yeah, alright. Well, forget that. I have all these ambitions when I start those types of rooms, and they very quickly give way... Oh, Skittering Wolf stun, alright. They very quickly give way to ambivalence and frustration, it seems. And that's perfectly fine. We're not gonna, you know, win them all, I suppose. And what should I do at this point? Should I just rush this boss and super die? I could probably super die here with 9,000 gold. I should probably not. I mean, since I have the opportunity not to, and I'm in a place where I could be getting a whole bunch more gold, it seems silly to just sacrifice myself like that. Okay, these guys need to chill for 5 freaking seconds, because I can't fight them if they're going to leave fire on the only surface I can stand. Alright, come back. Oh, takes 2 more? Okay, there you go. Yeah, you die like a pro. Okay, so, spinning dude, what is his name? Chaintex. His name said Chintex for a second. It was a pretty sweet name. Alright, free your balls, Chintex. And there's your quote for the day. Skittering Wolf, you need to F off. I'm going to take all your gold. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can do something about it, but it's going to be too late, because I already got your gold, so screw you. Doesn't matter if you kill me, your gold is out of the castle as of right this moment. Yeah, that's alright. So, this is going to be the end of this run, so let's just pick, who we're going to do. Sir Duke, the Archmage, Paladin, or Dragon. I'm going to go Paladin. No, I'm going to go reroll, actually. Lich Queen, Assassin, Barbarian, King. I'm going to go Lich Queen. I haven't done Lich in a while. And let's go check out the sword selection. I'm excited about this. Alright, we've got 3 swords to choose from here. We've got the Sky Sword for plus 10 damage. And that's the end of the Sky Sword. We're not going to ever talk about that again, because 10 damage or 19 damage. I'm going to definitely be more interested in that. So now we've got a lemon yellow bright neon sword. I suppose that's cool. We can use that to damage lots of things, I suppose. And we're going to be very interested. I'm going to be very interested in seeing how much more difference that makes in the scheme of things. Armor up definitely seems possible. But the weight, actually weight's not an issue here, because I guess this one's going to be the heavier of those. So do I want armor, or do I want this crit chance? I'm going to roll with the crit for now, just because I want to keep pushing that, I guess. So mostly yellow at this point. So crit chance is at 18%. I could knock that straight up to 20. You know, 1 in 5 seems like a pretty good crit chance to me, actually. Which leaves us with 6,000 more gold. I'm going to put... What am I going to put this into? Invulnerability time. I feel like I want to do something a little more exotic. Maybe potion up. The upgrade, though, is such a small amount. You know, 11% going to 12%. I guess if I had a ton of health in my HP pool, that would be a big deal, but for now, I don't really. Oh, man, there's so many, like, less useful ones that I just don't feel particularly compelled to put stuff into at all. Current is only 163, huh? I guess I haven't really looked at that in a while. Could spend another 2,600 on HP, I will, and what, another on armor or damage? 3,160. I'm gonna just see how this pans out if I pick 1,690, 1,800. I think the only one that really makes sense is just to do another on damage, right? I mean, I guess the armor's pretty close as well. Knock the armor up to 150. I guess make it a nice round number. Why not? Alright, there we go. So we got 662 left for gold, which I'm not going to be able to spend on anything, obviously. And I suppose that is going to do it for another episode. So thank you so much for hanging out, guys. As always, I will thank the Sloth King for his bountiful rewards and replenishments and attribute bonuses and such. Hopefully you enjoyed another episode, and as always, please do let me know if the series is still doing well for you guys that have stuck around for all 20-plus episodes, and for those of you who might be new to the series, thank you so much for joining me as well, and I hope you'll stick around for more. Again, no plans to discontinue the series anytime soon. I probably want to keep rolling and see if we can get to, like, New Game Plus 3 or something, maybe. I don't know, whatever it takes to max out all my stats, or get pretty close to maxing out my stats, and definitely getting all the equipment is a big priority. So, yeah, leave me any support that you can, that you feel I deserve. Likes are always appreciated if you think that I should have them. And comments, suggestions, tips, all of that are always welcome as well. Do keep in mind there is a bit of a latency issue from you leaving your comments to me adding them to my gameplay, usually in the order of about 3 episodes. So if you leave a comment to this one, it may be a few episodes until you see any changes in my gameplay. But trust me, I do read all of them, so please do leave what you'd like. That is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you come back again real soon, and I will see you later. Have a lovely night.